back to the scene of crime. Yesterday, you were watching me skimming the froth from my sweet. Okay. Today, you will see the sweet that I was making, and you have an idea what I did. So this is my sweet queens. I will try and give you the best angle so you see the fruit in the jar. So here it says kidoni. Kidoni is the Greek word for queens. So this is the sweet preserve of queens, and this is the sweet jelly. Again, this is queen's jelly. Jelly, kidoni. Kidoni is the Greek word for the queens. So my two sweets, they were a great success, and today I will show you even more things about the queenses. All right, so my sweets, they are ready. Let's see now what else we can do with the quinces. So when the quinces are more ripe by the end of October, I will buy plenty and make also, except the sweet preserve and the jelly, I will make with all of the fruit that it will be mashed together. I will make a queen's paste. Now I will show you how it looks. All right. So there is a piece here that I cut before. Okay. This is how it looks. So this is the whole fruit, including the extract from the peels. That is, we boil the peels and we take the juice and we incorporate it with the fruit and the sugar, and we do stir it until all of the liquid evaporates, and we have a real heavy cream out of it that when it cools, it will set and we can cut in slices. So I will do it on camera, you know, this one. This is from last year, and you see, it is a stiff thing. Normally, when you buy it in Cyprus, you buy it in season, and that is sold in a plastic container wrapped with a film. But I put it in jars and I sealed them. I told you before in other videos that to vacuum seal your sweet preserves is the easiest thing in the world, and it is elementary physics. So when the sweet is hot, it's still boiling, okay, you put it into jars that you have seen me sanitizing in the microwave, and you have seen me washing the lids with boiling water so that there is no living bacteria or microorganism, okay. Then I put the sweet as it is very, very hot, over 100 Celsius in temperature, okay. When I put it into a jar, I close it, I put the lid on, and with my fingers I do close it properly, and I turn it upside down. Now, since air cannot get in, and when it shrinks, when it cools, it shrinks. So, mind you, when I filled my jars, I filled them almost to the top, okay? But when it shrunk, it made a vacuum in here. So here you don't see any air. This is without any air, and it pulled the lid inside. So when you buy a jam or any other thing into a jar, there is a hump here in the middle. If it makes blip 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 blip, don't buy it. Okay, this bubble, it has to be inside. Okay, so it doesn't make any blip 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 here. Okay, so the same method. I closed my paste last year, so this is 1 year old. Of course, when I opened it, I put it into the refrigerator. Otherwise, I keep them here in my pantry. I have all kinds of jams and jellies and marmalades. Okay, so let me make a specialty breakfast for you today. Now, this is anari. Anari is the white cheese extracted from the whey when they remove the milk curds. So when we make halloumi, we do warm the milk to 33, 34 degrees Celsius. Okay, we put the rennet and we let it, we turn off the fire and we cover the pot and we let the milk set. We let the cheese to set. Okay, after an hour, when the cheese is set, we mix the curdles, okay, and we warm it again to 44 degrees Celsius so that the milk curds will set and sit on the bottom of the pot. Okay, then I told you 44 degrees. Okay, we remove the curds and we put it into a cheesecloth to continue the halloumi. Finish with the halloumi. Now, the whey, W-H-E-Y, the whey, that's the water of the milk. If you boil it, it will make a foam and rise on top. And that foam is the secondary cheese, and it's anari, is this thing here. I think that in Italian it's called ricotta, I think. Okay. So this is a very healthy cheese to eat. There are no fats because all of the fats, they have gone into the halloumi. Okay. We will talk about the halloumi a little bit later. So what we do now, I have 2 crackers, cream crackers. Okay. You could put toast, you could put anything else you like. Okay. I will cut my cheese in 2, all right? And I will place my cheese on the crackers, all right? On the one cracker, I will put the queen's paste, and on the other one, excuse me, I will go to the refrigerator. Okay, here we are. Now, this is the jelly we were talking before, okay? So you take a small spoon, a teaspoon, you take a quantity and you put it onto your cheese, all right? All right. Please believe me, these are both quinces. See the colors, they are beautiful. So this is from last year and this is from yesterday. So this is the queen's jelly and this one is the queen's paste and this one is the queen's sweet preserve that you can take on a spoon and serve it in a tiny dish together with a glass of cold water and offer it to your guests. Okay? So the jelly goes away. This breakfast, I will offer it to my wife. I had breakfast before. I don't want to have any more breakfast. Now, equally good, even better, you can use halloumi. This is halloumi, but make sure when you buy halloumi, it says onto the package that it was made, okay, from lamb's milk, from sheep's milk. It can be made also with goat's milk, but don't buy halloumi that it was made by cow's milk. That is a cheap halloumi, and you don't want to buy that. So the other day we are finished with all of the sweets. We are finished with the breakfast, and we have finished with the halloumi. Now, in a chef's home, there are things happening every day. You know, the chefs, they are a little bit weird. They want to create things, and they want to make people happy with their recipes. Now, since a long time, we stopped buying bread. This is bread I make at home, and I don't make only one kind of bread, but every week we normally meet twice. We make bread 2 times, and we make 4 loaves, and of course we give away. We don't eat that much of bread. Okay, so this bread, it's the second of the 2 that I made 2 or 3 days ago, and I had it frozen. I defrosted from last night, so we still have bread in the house. Okay, so this is another thing happening in a chef's home. And I did tell you that on the next video we will be making a hiromeri. Hiromeri is the smoked ham of the pig. So it's the smoked leg, the hind leg of the pig. It's cured, it's salted, it's marinated in wine, it's kept for a very long time into the salt, and then it is smoked and pressed, and it is a procedure that normally it will take 1 year so that the final product is ready. Nowadays, the industries cannot afford to have 10,000 legs hanging for 1 year and keep making more. I mean, they need space and so on. But also they want the fast money, fast profit. So they found ways of making the process run short. And they can make hiromeri anywhere between 2 and 5 months, which is not really a traditional hiromeri. But we will do it for our home. And because it will take a very long period to finish, and since we will be uploading every Wednesday, so you will be seeing the progress as it goes along. So in the beginning of the month, I make my smoked and my cured meats and fish every year. Last year I did a lot of smoked salmon and smoked loins of pork. So in Greek, in the mainland, they call the loin of the pig, they call it louza. So this is louza. In Greek, in the Cypriot Greek, we call it lunza. We add a T. So it's N and T, lunza. Okay? and in Italian it's called Longino. So this one is two different recipes. They have been in the refrigerator for many days. They are stiff. They have lost a lot of weight. They are curing okay. And this one, the small one, it was cured in salt and sugar, heavily salted in sugar and salt for 36 hours. And after that, I marinated this one in wine, red wine, and coriander seeds. Then I covered it with a muslin, with a cheesecloth, actually a muslin. And I put it in this elastic net to keep the shape nice and oval, as you can see, okay? So this will be finished probably after 3 weeks. And it will be finished when it has lost about 35% of the weight. And when it is cured properly, when you slice it thinly, when I say thin, it means 1 millimeter, a millimeter and a half, 2 millimeters in thickness. Then when you see it against the light, it is translucent, not transparent, translucent. It means that you can see the light on the other side, but you don't see the images on the other side, like we use the word transparent, okay? So it will be something very, very shiny, and it will be translucent, okay? So this one is an Italian style. I'm not Italian, I'm Greek, okay? It is an Italian style Longino that I used many sweet condiments. I did not add any garlic. I didn't want it to resemble to the Armenian pastourma. In the future, we can make pastourma, you know, with this paste covering it on all sides. But this one is going to be served as a savory snack when you have, you know, one drink, one whiskey, one whatever. All right. So these two Longinos, these two Lunzas, they were. You see how stiff they are. Okay. They will be ready after 3 weeks probably, but you will see them again when they are ready. For the moment, I keep them into the refrigerator because the temperatures in Cyprus, they are still high. So I don't want them to dry too quickly, okay? And in the near future, we will make more of these cured meats, except the hiromeri. So going back to the hiromeri, hopefully tomorrow I will have a skin on pork or ham that I will trim and prepare. There is some preparation, and I will start curing it by salting it for a period of time. So the curing process might finish in 3 or 4 weeks, but then it has to be pressed to get a shape, okay? And then there is a process of smoking. I don't have a real smoker outside, but I do have a clay oven, which is perfect. It's okay for my case. I want to do a cold smoking. So the colder is the environment of the smoking, the better product you get, but you need a longer period to finish. So if you smoke it in a temperature of 80 Celsius, it will cook slowly, but it will finish it very, very fast. I mean, it will be cooked and finished, as I said before, in 2 to 5 months. But in my case, I will do a cold smoking, so it will be a cured meat actually, and the smoke, which is pyrolytic oil, we will explain that in the future. It makes a coating around the hyromeri, around the ham, and that is to prevent, if you hang it in the kitchen, the flies, the insects, they will not attack it, because this smoke for the insects is like kerosene. I mean, it's a poison. So they don't like the salt and they don't like the smoke. So they will go anywhere near it. But we will leave that when we start the process, and together with the other things that we will be cooking, you will see the progress of the hyromeri. Now let's see what happens with our soup. It still needs another hour at least for the oxtail to boil. I told you I will add my vegetables. I will boil it for another hour, then add the condiments and the pasta and the rice. It will take a very long time to finish, but it will become a very nice soup, and it will be enough for me and my wife. We are alone at home. It will be enough probably for today and tomorrow. So right now I will show you something else. I told you that the chefs, they always keep a deep freeze at home and many refrigerators. Actually, except the refrigerator you see opposite, that we never keep any meat in it. Actually, I have a deep freezer there. It's 90 centimeters in length, and it has a good capacity for a house. So I told you that the chefs and the restaurant owners, they think that they have customers, and they think that they will run short of the foodstuffs, so they want to have a lot of stock at home. So for today, thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you in my next video on Wednesday. So this is Sunday. Let's see how the meat will look tomorrow. I will start the filming, and for me it will be a process of 2 or 3 days to make the video, but don't worry, you will see it in one piece. All right, have a nice day. That painting there is by my granddaughter when she was probably 6 or 7 years old, and those are pictures of my grandchildren. We have 8 grandchildren, 2 living in the United States and 6 living in Cyprus. We do gather in this kitchen on these 2 tables I have here. We can sit up to 12, and we are 12 in Cyprus, plus the 6 Americans. All right, so hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye.